Welcome back to TOMTalks. Today we're going to review the Away, the bigger carry-on. So this box just arrived this week and we're going to review it and watch with me as I open it. So you'll see the box. One thing I was impressed with Away with the first bag I got is how good the packaging is. And it comes in this nice box. Flip up, you get the inspirational message from Away, and then inside you've got the luggage in a nice bag. So we'll pull the bag out here, and I'm gonna just get rid of the box over there. I'll show you. Here's what comes in this nice storage bag. It's kind of like a laundry bag, and inside is your piece of luggage. And like I said, I do like how good they are with the packaging. The box is solid, unlike some boxes, so when it arrives it's not even dented, damaged. So this time I got the Away in the gray, and I like black, but I decided to switch it up a little. And I thought this looked really cool. And one thing I noticed, if you watch my other video on the Away expandable carry-on, I got that in the black. And that's the fabric version that expands. But I did notice when I lay it on the floor, the black picks up everything and gets, lint and such to it. And so one thing I was interested in reading about the hard shell is people say they love how they can clean them after every trip. And I am a clean type person. So I thought I'd be interested in one I could wipe down for germs and dirt and things like that. And I like the first one I got, the expandable version, which, as you know, I got for international flights. But I decided to get this one, the Away, the bigger carry-on, for carrying on flights domestically, because this one was tested in the sizer, as they say, for United, American, and Delta. And a lot of my flights are on the big three, especially if I'm in the US, or when I go to Puerto Rico, I often fly the big three, so it's nice to know they tested it and I could get maybe just a few more things in here for a longer vacation. So that's my thought with the trying this one out. Now you'll see on the top it comes with the lock, and they've got the lock here, and it says you set it to zeros and then slide to the right. Okay, so you heard that. Then the zippers came open, and they give you instructions on how to set the lock on the website. But I'm going to put that over here and show you. So I like this handle. I can tell it's a little different than the other one right away. And it looks like, it's got the same great wheels if you watch my other video on how it rolls. So again, this is the hard shell design, and I've actually never seen one in person, so I'm taking it all in. I like this gray exterior with the black accent. So let's just open her up here, and with the clamshell, I'm thinking it's going to be similar to the other one, and yes, it is, where you've got down here is the where you can strap in your clothes and compress them, if you saw in my other videos. And then this is where they say it's good for shoes or bulky items. Put up here, and you got the netting. And the inside looks familiar with the Away theme. Now this one, I notice, I can lay it here like this for you. Zipped into the clothes compression system here is the battery. So I wanted to try one with the battery because it's the same price, I think, for the battery or not the battery. And I figured if I didn't use it, a lot of people say you can just throw it in your bag or use it for other things, so it seemed like a nice bonus. Oh, actually this isn't the battery. it's the charger for the battery. So you can see it's a USB and then a micro USB on this end for the charger. And then, nice, they give you a bunch of clips. So this would be a US outlet to the USB here. And then they've got for other countries, Europe, EU, and I'm not sure which one this is, but you've got 3 clips here to make sure you can always charge your battery. That's really nice, and this is quite nice little bag for it as well. So you know, my other bag is the expandable carry-on, and it didn't come with the battery option, so I haven't seen any of this. And here's a little book, looks like a passport, on your luggage before you go. Nice. This wasn't in my other box either, so this is really nice. How to do your lock, power your carry-on, removing the battery, the bag's exterior, and how strength it is. And then it goes through, oh yeah, here you've got US plug-in, AUS, China, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and the UK. Great, that's really nice to have it all in here. It explains the bag for you. And then when you get home, says how to clean it, rest your case, and the 100-day trial, which is great. You can try anything for 100 days and return it. So one other thing I noticed in here is it looks like a little sponge. To clean your suitcase, dampen this eraser, squeeze out excess water, then gently rub away any scuff marks or dirty spots. To get more uses out of it, trim the edges as they start to show wear. Your bag will be back to new and good to go season after season. Oh, nice. So they include that as well. Thanks, Away. That's nice. Another thing you don't have to go hunt down on Amazon or something. So that was right in here. And then also in here is your beautiful luggage tag for the outside. So that's, and you can put your name and address in there. Nice. Again, the inside has this, I'm just going to put these aside, the clamping system. And if you watch my other videos, I showed how you clamp the clothes down. And then in here is, I called it a shoe bag in a video, but another commenter said it's actually a dirty laundry bag. And that makes sense. But it goes right in here in this little pouch. But I suppose you could use it for shoes on the way out if you want, and laundry on the way back, or wet clothes, whatever. That's handy. So again, the inside looks familiar to me based on my other Away expandable carry-on, but the difference here is there's no expandable to this one. So one more time, here's the top. And I do like this hard shell exterior. It's nice how it closes and you've got that uniform shape. If you watch my other video, I did show how, I mean, it makes sense. The expandable one, again, I bought it for international travel because it's slightly smaller, and my goal would be to have it small on the way over, and then if you need to fly some of those European airlines. But let's say you buy some stuff on the way back, you could expand it and either check it, or perhaps it will still fit on if you're flying one of the big 3 American on the way home. So here's the top with the lock mechanism. And the other new part to this one is I'm going to pull out the handle, and there's the battery. So this is what I've been wondering about the battery. Sleek. It's a little bit larger, I would say, than a cell phone, the one I use right now, but you've got 2 USB out on the top and then the in charging port. So that's great. You could charge 2 at a time. So that goes in here, and they made it easy to remove. Okay, let me see here. I'm just gonna move this luggage rack and put it so you can see the handle. Now I've been very impressed with the handle, and the battery slides right under there so you don't even notice the room inside. And it says right here, to check this bag, first remove the battery, flip open the charging port, and push down on the face. It'll pop right out. So let me try. There it is, popped down. Can you see that? And if you gotta check the bag, you gotta take out the battery. Like sometimes the small regional airlines, like I do fly, will say we're checking all the bags or we don't have room. But look how easy that popped out. I'll do it again. Pop in, pop out, you throw it in your carry-on, and you're good to go. Some airlines too, I've read, when you're flying, they want you to show them that it can be popped out. So as you go to check in, you just gotta do that. Wow, this is really slick. I like it. So I usually carry 2 spare batteries with me in my carry-on item, but I got to thinking, you know, my last trip to Puerto Rico, I was there for the earthquake in January, and the power went out, and it actually went out the day before I was about to leave, and it never came on before I left. And when I got to the airport, they had generators, but in San Juan, very few outlets, not like a lot of airports. I did find some, but I was really wanting to charge my devices before the 5-hour flight home. So, you know, having another battery built in is never a bad thing because you just never know. And I like that in here, it's in my rolling carry-on instead of another item, heavy item in my backpack. So there's the battery, and then it goes down right under there. Empty, it's pretty light. I'll probably do another video about it full, but I'll hold it up here and give you the front and the side profile. Overall, very impressed, and I think I'm gonna really like this hard case and the a little bit bigger inside. Oh, and one other thing I thought about when I went to San Juan this last trip, it was raining really hard when I landed and had been for several days. And I did notice my fabric luggage I had that time, you know, it did absorb that water as I was out in the rain and got pretty damp. And I've read people say they like these, how they repel the water. So I am excited to try this in the next tropical rainstorm I land in. So again, this is the Away, the bigger carry-on from Away. I'm TOMTalks. That's all for now. We'll see you next time.